That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter. There can't be two Spider-Men.
Let's take them both in!
So a few weeks ago, shortly after my third screening of Avengers Endgame, I posted on Instagram that I was pretty much done with superhero content until October when Joker releases. It went well for a little bit because I completely skipped Dark Phoenix, but as you can tell by the title of this video, eventually I caved in because I saw Spider-Man Far From Home. I really didn't want to jump back into the MCU so soon after Endgame. I was quite satisfied with how that movie ended that I really wasn't in a rush to see what happens next. Nevertheless, my friend Jasmine convinced me to go see it, and I'll be honest, it was pretty good. I feel that the biggest focus is on comedy this time around. Given how dark Endgame was, it's nice to have a comedic come down from that massive movie. Even though the focus is more on humor, there is still a lot of action and a solid story that shows how the world reacts to the events of Endgame, and especially how Tony Stark's death affects not only the world, but Peter as well. The acting is exactly what you would expect it to be by this cast at this point. So the only person I can really talk about is Jake Gyllenhaal since he's the new guy. I thought he did a fantastic job as Mysterio. Most people familiar with the Spider-Man lore already knew he was the bad guy, but there were moments in the movie that made you forget that. He does a great job of not only fooling Peter, but the audience into thinking that he might be a good guy. Great job, Donnie Darko.
Hashtag Jake will always be Donnie Darko. Hashtag make Tron 3 already.
Truth be told, I don't have a lot of negatives about this movie. Apart from the fact that this movie continues to follow the familiar Marvel formula, but even then it doesn't really hinder the movie that much. So as good as this movie is, why am I not raving about it? I think there are two reasons. One, it came out too close to Endgame.
Now, some people might think that 2 months is a long enough time between two movies that connect to each other, especially if they're in the MCU.
But in the weeks since Far From Home's release, and after it made $1 billion, people are still talking about Endgame. It seems as if people are more interested in what kind of stuff the Endgame re-release will have, as well as the deleted scene, than the fact that,
Right spoiler here,
J.K. Simmons returns as J. Jonah Jameson. The second reason is that there's already a superior Spider-Man movie that we just saw, and it's called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's unfair to compare the two because Far From Home really isn't a bad movie, but standing next to Spider-Verse, it just doesn't compare. I'll go into why I love Spider-Verse in another video, but let's just say Spider-Verse does Spider-Man far better than Far From Home. Say that 3 times fast. If you're like me and you're burnt out on superhero movies, I would honestly wait for a discount day. But if you're still all systems go with the MCU, you will love this movie. Chances are you probably already saw it at least 3 times. And you're probably thinking that I'm a grouch that doesn't like fun. To that I say, help me out here, Electro.
F you. Oh, f you. F you.
Thank you very much.
My final score on my impossible to get a 9 or above scale.
Yeah, I had to change it because not getting an 8 was a little ridiculous. I would give Spider-Man Far From Home a 7.5.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching this video. So I haven't been on YouTube for a little bit, so I guess this is something you have to do now, where you have to ask people to like, comment, share, and most importantly, to subscribe. If you do subscribe, I am working on a batch of new videos that I'm hoping to have up soon. So go ahead and do that if you want to keep up to date, or don't. I'm still going to be uploading content anyway. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a good day.